Let's begin in let's begin in our backs today. And hydrate. Okay, back. We've got our straps with us today. And now we're arriving on the mat. On our back, it's possible to really feel our body. So many points of contact with the floor to bring attention to our body. So just starting with your arms and legs in any shape you like. I kind of have chicken wing arms, and my feet are just falling off to the side, but whatever you like. I like this because it seems to open my chest and my heart space, and my shoulder blades are flat. I tend to slouch a little bit during the day, so this is lovely. And as you start to feel your body pressing against the mat in all those different places, start at the top or the bottom and scan your body at each location that you feel contact. Just pay attention, notice any sensations. No need to judge anything. We're just being curious and sweeping through our body with that curiosity. Not only do we learn information about our body when we do a body scan, but we also bring our awareness inside, collecting our attention, our awareness from external, outside things, and focus inward. How do I feel? And then start to notice that breath of yours when your body scan feels complete. There's no rush. But now that we've established that we're lying on our back, let's establish our breath. Notice it without changing it. And then start to deepen your breath. Some of my teachers call it shaping the breath by finding an equal inhale and an equal exhale and letting it raise our belly. A breath that raises our belly to me is a diaphragmatic breath, which means I consciously pulled air into the lowest parts of my thoracic cavity, the lowest parts of my lungs, and pushed that diaphragm into my belly space, into the abdominal cavity, pushing the belly outward or upward in this case. Use your whole lungs. Enjoy a couple more breaths of shaping your breath, consciously equalizing the time you spend inhaling and exhaling. Letting that belly rise and fall. Receive and give. And then when you're ready, let's reach those arms overhead. Feel all these new sensations. Maybe draw your feet together, maybe point your toes or flex them. And then let's draw those knees into our chest. Gentle squeeze, starting to feel into the hip tissue, the glutes, rock from side to side. I can hear the robins outside making a ruckus. We like springtime robins, even with my closed window. Darling. Then we're going to linger on one side and do a gentle spinal twist to begin. So maybe your legs fall, mine are falling to the right. Doesn't matter which side. You can use your the opposite hand to, or the hand of that side to hold that top knee down if you like. And extend the other arm. Whatever feels good. Be sure that bird is singing to us. You probably can't hear it, but it is. Then switch sides. Gently mosey over to the other side. Still going. I wonder if he hears me talking. Sounds like he's right outside the window. Ah, the imagination is good. Then bring those knees back to center. Give those knees a hug. Then we're going to rock forward and backward until we make it to our hands and knees, table position. So however you want to get there. You can rock forward and back a little bit, just massaging the back body. And then I'll land on my shins and shimmy back to my table. However you want to get to table is great. Curl the toes under, send the hips back. Let's rock back and forth and open up the bottoms of our feet. We love these feet. Yesterday, my feet were so tuckered out. I was on them a lot outside. Actually, it was good. And I was so grateful for bed. And now my feet feel pretty good. And then let's come to upright table. You can flip the tops of your feet down, maybe a gentle tap. Let them know they are arriving that way. And then with our hands, press our palms down, spread those fingers apart. And let's do some C shapes first this time with our spine. Stick your hips out to one side and then look back to the opposite heel. And just get into the side body, feel some opening in not only your glutes, but your oblique muscles of the ribs, intercostal muscles of the ribs. And eventually we're gonna still and come to some consistent cat cows following your breath. So when you're ready, and whenever you inhale, drop that belly button towards the earth, lift your gaze, lift your tail. And then curl that tail under when you're exhaling. Draw the chin in, press the belly button in and up. And then flip inside out. And just follow your breath. One more full round wherever you are. Creating some movement, some lubrication to our spine. And opening up those back muscles and belly muscles. Okay, from here we're gonna find thread the needle, opening up our shoulder a little more. I'm gonna take my left hand and move it towards the right, like an inch or so. I'm gonna take that right arm up. This way I can do this spinal twist. It is a spinal twist, but also opening my chest, rolling that wrist, do some circles with your hand. And then when you're ready, slide that arm underneath you through, bring the right side of your face down to the mat and rest heavily on that right shoulder. That left hand can stay where it is, or you can move it forward, or you could wrap it around your low back. What do you feel would nourish you the most? Breathe. See if you can't get heavier for one more breath. Release and relax even more. And then slide that left hand near your face and gently press up, taking that right arm all the way back up. Twirl that hand again. Place the right hand down a little bit underneath you. Get ready for the left arm to lift. Using leverage from that right arm, pressing down, but really open. Use your back muscles to open the chest here. Twirl your wrist, circle that hand. And then slide the arm underneath. Stretching those muscles we just used. Again, sink heavy into the floor. Really melt into that left shoulder girdle. See where this right hand would be best supported. Out or in or behind. Might be different than the other side. Let it be unique. And then breathe. Maybe you're finding that equal inhale and exhale. Bring your attention to the shoulder and see if you can't loosen it even more. Just with the intention to relax it, relaxing the back and that shoulder. And then bringing that right hand near your face, taking that left arm all the way up over the chest again and twirl that hand. Beautiful. And then we'll find table. We're gonna curl the toes under, send the hips back. We're gonna find our way into our first upward facing dog. So whatever you need to do. I think I actually will tuck in my shirt, otherwise I might be eating my shirt. Okay, so when you're ready, lift those hips and keep the deep bend in your knees. Press down on your hands, spread those fingers, maybe let the head dangle from side to side a little bit. But really find the swoop in your back. So as you press into your hands, let that tail point upward towards the ceiling. And I'm going to pedal out my feet a little bit. Keeping my back, my shoulders, my armpits pressing towards my toes, letting the head and neck be loose. Pedal out your feet, move your legs however you need to. They can stay bent as much as they need to at the beginning here. That will shift and change. Take a few sighs, inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Look between your hands, and we're going to walk or step forward into our first fold. These inversions are so good for cardiovascular system, head below our heart, just giving some relief, some different pressure, different requirements. Start to pedal out the legs here in forward fold. Maybe you bind opposite elbows, but let the back body just start to unwind a little bit. Good. Then when you're ready, let's roll up. Arms overhead. Find the left wrist and bend to the right. Coming back up, release the wrist, goalpost your arms, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then take your hands back up. And over to the left, maybe you're onto your right wrist. And then come back up, goalpost, gaze up, Let's interlace the fingers behind our back and draw the knuckles towards the earth as we peek up. Maybe we engage the low belly and tuck the tail under a little bit. Feel strong in your legs. You can engage the thighs. Deep breaths. And then let's hinge forward. Taking the right and left 12, both hands really over your head. Gently release them, rounding the rest of the way. And breathe for an inhale and an exhale. On the next inhale, press on your shins and peek forward, lengthen and elongate that back. Then plant your hands and step your feet back to the top of our plank. And from here, we're going to lower halfway down and then inhale, upward facing dog, knees and tops of feet down. Then curl the toes under, down dog. Spread the fingers. Notice a difference already maybe in this down dog compared to the first. And then be present in this first shape of our flow. Find your breath. Then take that right foot high, twirl the ankle, and then step it forward. We have a nice lunge here, maybe a strong back leg, or maybe we drop it. For this first one, I'm going to leave my knee down and breathe right into this left thigh, left hip flexor, and underneath the right glutes. We're going to do some dynamic movement between this supported runner lunge and our half split. So I'm going to exhale forward, inhale back, walk my hands back, straighten out this leg. I'm going to actually stay in this first one for a full round of breath. Then we'll add movement, and I'll probably switch the breathing actually. Breathe into that back of that leg. When you're ready for an inhale, inhale forward, stretch into that left hip flexor and underneath that right hip. Exhale, coming back, straightening the right leg, rounding over at the head drop. Inhale forward. And exhale back. One more time. Just noticing sensations, no forcing anything. And then from here, twist. Right arm can go up, open. We've got open shoulders already a little bit. Then we're going to come up to this open twist. So just lift off of that left hand, gaze back at your right thumb, sink a little deeper. Let that feel good. And then wrap the right hand behind, left arm overhead. Feel into that right shoulder, the front of it this time. Let that open. Beautiful. Cartwheel the left hand down and the right hand. We're going to find three-legged dog. So back toes under, lift the back knee, take the right foot up and twirl the ankle, maybe bend that knee and open that thigh. And then plant the foot. Find some stillness here in down dog. Notice what we created in our trunk, in our legs. How is it different? Then take that left foot up, we twirl, and step that foot forward. Nice strong runner lunge just for a brief moment. And then drop the knee and really sink and press forward with your hips. Getting deep into this right hip flexor and the bottom of this left hip. Imagine your breath flooding those areas with prana, with nourishment, with relaxation. Breathe. And then just like before, we're going to walk our hands back to the half split. Let it be gentle. Toes can be down for a little bit if you like. Stretch the shin. Eventually lift the toes. And we'll be here for a couple breaths this first time. Let the head be heavy if you like, or look at your toes, whatever feels better for your neck. And then we'll add that movement. Walking our hands forward, inhaling, pressing our chest and hips forward. Exhaling, coming back, straightening that front leg and rounding over. And then moving forward, inhaling. And exhaling. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Then when we come forward, plant that right hand, left arm goes up. Twirl the wrist. Beautiful. And then we're going to move our torso upward. So lifting off of that right hand, come to that upward facing twist to the left. Sink into the legs a little deeper. And then take that left hand behind and reach the right arm overhead. Beautiful stretch on that side body. And then cartwheel the right hand down, place the left hand down, preparing for three-legged dog off of the back knee. And then take that left foot high, twirl, maybe bend that knee and open the quad. And then step that foot down into down dog, breathe. I feel good. And then when you're ready, look between your hands and walk yourself forward. Press on those shins, peek up, and then fold in. The arms be heavy. One breath here. Then on your next inhale, rise. Arms circle overhead. Bend to the right. Inhale up, maybe V the arms and lean back for a back bend. Then over to the left. Back up. Open, gently tilt back. Bring the hands behind your back. Put the other thumb on top when you interlace the fingers if you are interlacing the fingers. If you're not interlacing, just grab the wrist, that's fine. Or just whatever you can reach is great. Just imagining that we can open across the chest, the front shoulders, as we tuck the tail under and engage the low belly. Strong legs too, you can engage those thighs. And then fold forward, hinge at those hips. Bringing the hands away from the low back towards the ceiling as you eventually round your back. And then release the hands. Take a breath here. Press on your shins with an inhale, peek forward. Exhale, plant those hands, step the hips back. And let's do one breath here this time, extra breath. It's building some stability in our belly and our shoulders. Then let's lower down, elbows in, inhale up, chest pulls through and up, gaze up, upward dog. Toes under, down dog. Beautiful. Spread those fingers, press through the palms. Heels are seeking the ground gently. Tail tilted up. Then let's take the right foot up, twirl that foot, step it forward. We're gonna leave that foot where it is, and we're gonna come into pyramid pose from here. So I'm gonna step that left foot forward, maybe like a whole foot or a foot and a half, then straighten out both legs. Hands can be down on blocks or on the shin, or even behind you, interlaced. But all 10 toes face towards the front and both legs are straight. Then from here, revolve this triangle, this pyramid rather. Left hand down, maybe on a block. Right arm is going to go up. So we've got that twist going here. Beautiful. Awkward, but allowed. Then bring that right hand down. Step the left foot back a little bit. We're going to come up into crescent. So step that left foot back into the lunge. Gently rise, circle your arms up overhead. Sink low. Open into the twist when you're ready. There's no rush. And then that right hand comes back, left arm goes up. Beautiful. Building lots of heat here in our legs. We're going to end with a triangle pose. So we're going to take our arms out to the side, pivot and plant the back foot, and then reach that right arm forward, left arm back, straight legs both. Reach forward, hip, right hand down towards the shin, left hand up, and enjoy the triangle pose. Not too much weight in that bottom hand, really using your core, using the legs, engage your thighs, even your inner thighs. Press down with both feet. Reach that left arm up. Maybe you wrap it around for the last breath. Around your low back. Now let's take that left hand down, bend in the front leg so we can prepare for three-legged dog. Back to the lunge and take that right foot up, shake it out. Shake it out, bend, whatever feels good. Find down dog. Spread those fingers and release the head. Breathe. Then take that left foot up. Twirl. Stepping that foot forward. Feeling that nice, strong lunge. That feel good. Then we're going to step the right foot forward about a foot or maybe more to find our pyramid pose. So all 10 toes are facing forward. My feet are not on the same line. They're like on railroad tracks. And then from here, hands can come to the shin or maybe a block to put your hands on underneath, whatever feels okay. But we're working on straight legs, hips pointing down. And then you can release the head and neck if that feels okay. Otherwise, gently look forward down at the floor at an angle. And when you're ready, we're going to revolve this pyramid pose. So the right fingertips would come down, maybe on a block. Left hand would go up. And let it be awkward. We won't be here very long. Using different muscles, functional muscles in our core, in our back. And then release, yay. We're gonna step back to find that crescent warrior shape. So bend in that front leg, nice straight back knee. And then when you're ready, circle your arms up into crescent. Let that feel good. And then open the twist, gaze back towards the left. So right hand is forward, left is back. And then wrap that left hand behind, right arm up. Feel the stretch along that right side body. Feel the heat generating in your lunge. And then we're going to straighten out those legs, untwist, bring the left arm forward. We prepare for triangle with the back heel down, reach forward and then tip. We love triangle, especially at the end of using those legs. Let it feel good. Again, not a lot of weight in this bottom leg or arm rather, but just imagine core is using, thighs are engaged. Breathe. And then cartwheel the right hand down, left hand on the outside of the foot, back to the lunge, preparing for that three-legged dog. When you're ready, you take the left foot up. Shake it out, whatever feels good with that leg. Eventually planting it, and breathe, down dog. Walk your hands back to your toes this time. Widen your feet, heel toe your feet wide. You're going to shrink down into a yoga squat. Hands can be down, or if you prefer, hands pressed together in front of your heart. It's okay if your heels are lifted off the mat. Just breathe. Gathering our breath, using that heat we just generated in our legs and hips. Beautiful. And then we're going to unlunge. We're going to unlunge by lifting those hips up into a forward fold. Heel to those feet so they're hip distance apart, toes pointing forward. Let the head be heavy. We're going to find a chair here. So you can decide, do you want your feet hip distance apart or heel toe them together so your big toes touch and your heels are separated. That's what I'm going to try, so I can squeeze my knees together. And then when you're ready, pivot that torso up so that you are sitting down in your chair, tail tucked under, lots of weight in our heels, gaze is up. Breathe. We're going to do something here. We're going to do some eagle here, some springtime eagle. So when you're ready, you can straighten your legs and go upward if you need a break. Otherwise, we're going to lift that right foot up, cross that right thigh over the left, wrap that right foot behind the left ankle, or use those toes on the floor. And then the hands can come together pressed in front of your heart, or you can do eagle arms. If the right knee's on top, that means the right elbow is under. So stack the left elbow on top of the right elbow and wrap the forearms around each other, making the beak with my left hand. Elbows up, hands forward, squeeze thighs together. Big effort. And let's unwind and shake it out. Yay. Strong eagle. We love the eagles. Okay, from here, we're going to sink back into our chair. So just situate yourself. Shoulders nice and back. We're standing tall. Pelvis is already tilted, so the tail's under a little bit, which means my low belly is engaged. Squeezing my knees together, taking my seat. Arms can lift. We don't need to stay here too much longer. We know where we're headed. Lifting that left foot up if you're willing. And cross that left thigh on top of the right. You can wrap the toes behind the leg or use your toes as a kickstand. And then left knee's on top, so left elbow bottom. Right elbow sits in the crook of the left. Intertwine those forearms. My right hand is a beak. And lift my elbows and I point that beak forward, finding strength in pulling in towards the core, towards my midline. Thighs are squeezing together. Everything is focused and tight. Soaring, seeing that bird's eye view. And then let's unwind. Yay. Shake out that right leg. Take your arms up. Circle them back down. Let's interlace the fingers behind. Open the chest. Just gently here. Tuck the tail. Find a nice mountain pose. Release the hands. Palms face forward in our mountain pose. Draw your shoulder blades together. Tuck the chin back. Imagine the crown of your head lifting up. Feel long. Long and strong. Beautiful. Okay. And we're going to find our strap. We have the stretchy one. And we're going to come down to our knees. So if we've got that stretchy strap, we're going to come down to 90 degrees with that right foot first. The back of the toes could be curled under or flat if you can choose. We're going to take the strap though underneath this front foot. We're going to try this out. We're just going to wrap it around the foot a little bit, not real tight, but a little bit. Then I'm going to come into a dragonfly twist here, but with a little resistance here to get our shoulders a little bit strong, and they'll open a little bit more with this effort. So I'm going to take the back leg back a little bit more, bring my left hand aligned with my left foot, and then somewhere I'm grabbing this strap with my right hand, and then bringing it out straight, my arm straight out from my body, and then lift up. So adjust that however you need to so that it's doable. So you can do this rotation. So a little bit of resistance here with your shoulder. And if there's any pain, don't do it. Shoulders are very complicated. So we don't need to exacerbate any twinges, but otherwise we can really strengthen here. So if you're doing it without the strap, you can still just do it with your arm. I'm gonna do one more. Beautiful. And in between, I'm gonna come into child's pose. Actually, puppy pose. So bring the knees together in the back. We're gonna keep the hips lifted for puppy pose. Slide the hands out in front, let the forehead come down, and just rest. Letting blood flow through the right hip flexors working. And my shoulders both are stretching. I can feel a lot more loose in my right shoulder compared to my left, which is exciting to see what our effort produces. Do you notice any differences in your body, in your shoulders or hips? Good. And then we're going to walk the hands back up. We're going to try the other side. Setting yourself up. Left foot comes forward. 90 degrees. And you're going to wrap that strap a little bit underneath, however you want to do that. I'm going to extend this back leg so I can get into the straight hip flexor, nice and neat. Right hand is down, kind of aligned with that left foot rather. Taking the strap in my left hand out to the side for my body is straight out. You can't see it, but you can imagine. And then when you're ready, inhale up and do your dragonfly twist. And then back to parallel with the ground with that arm. Just doing that a few times, and this is a different shoulder, so if it needs something different, give it something different. Does not have to be the same as the right side. Maybe just two more. Gently, slowly, with control. Beautiful. And then releasing, finding puppy pose again. And slide those hands out in front. Breathe. Breathe right into the hips, right into the shoulders. Good. And we're going to walk our hands back towards our head and come back up. We're going to come to seated with our legs out in front. Find your way. Yay. Roll the shoulders down. Maybe take the flesh away from the seat. Adjust whatever feels good. We're going to use our strap here. First, we're going to do some shoulder blade rhombus exercises. This is our feet out in front. And if this is not comfortable, keep your feet out in front. You can do cross leg of some kind, or lift your hips with a blanket or a pillow. Otherwise, I'm going to be trying to stay upright with my core, give my core a little workout. I'm going to bring my hands together, about shoulder width apart, out in front. I'm just going to practice first moving both hands away from each other. So just stretching to the point of tension as far as I can go. I'm using my shoulders in that place between my shoulder blades too. Just like 5 of these probably. And I'm going to keep my left hand out in front and just move my right. My left hand is right out in front of that left shoulder, and I'm just moving the right. Isolating, control, slow, precise. And I'm going to switch. Right hand out in front, and the left. Breathing. Okay, I'm going to drop that. I'm going to grab the strap that's not stretchy if you have one. We're going to do some forward folding here. I'm going to wrap that around both my feet, bring my feet together. I'm going to have a nice straight back, crown reaching up towards the ceiling. And I'm just going to humbly pull and keeping that back straight, shoulder blades together. Pull. Pull again. Adjust the straps in your hands if you want to. Pull one more time, focusing on a straightish back. Imagine from the tail, the sits bones through the nape of your neck, just kind of a swoop, a connected line of energy, moving as one plank. And then after this, we're gonna round the rest of the way. So then I'm gonna round forward. I'm gonna move my hands forward and just stretch out that upper back. And let my head fall. You can grab onto your feet if you can reach them, otherwise use your strap. And just again, forward fold, stretch out our back muscles from the low back all the way through the low, or the nape of the neck rather. And breathe. Beautiful, and then release. We're gonna come to lying on our back. Take your time, gently roll down. Maybe pull those knees in and rock from side to side. Let that feel good. And then from here, we're gonna do the leg stretch. We're not gonna linger so long on each one, but we're definitely gonna get a stretch in there. So extend the left leg, pull that right knee in towards your right shoulder. Use that solid strap, that not stretchy strap, to connect with the foot as the leg extends straight up. Flex the toes towards you. Get into back body. One more good breath here. And then when you're ready, right hand with a strap, lower that leg towards the right. And then take that leg all the way across, trade hands, and gently, slowly lower the leg towards the left. Nice and easy. And then bringing my leg back up. One more gentle pull towards my face and then release. Hug that knee. Extend. Take a nice breath to acknowledge that leg, how it feels. Knowing we're going to do that gift to the other side. When you're ready, left knee in towards the left shoulder. Good squeeze. Lasso your foot with the strap. Extend the leg. Flex the toes and pull gently. finding that sweet edge. The leg fall off to the side. Nice and easy. Breathe. And then bring that leg all the way back up. Trade hands and ever so slowly let that leg drop towards the right. Ever so slow. Breathe. Breathe into the twist. Breathe into that leg. Feel the sensations. Making sure there's no pain, just being intense, opening. Bring the leg back up. One more gentle pull towards your face. And release. Give that knee a hug. And then extend the leg. Do any adjusting, any movement, any shapes. We're going to surrender into corpse pose or shavasana here. When you're ready, let your arms fall off to the side, palms up. Gently close those eyes. Take your time arriving here. Arrive like we intend to surrender. Let your breath become easeful and rest. Notice your breath. Wiggle fingers, your toes. Feel your back body pressing against the mat. Notice yourself. Reach your arms overhead. And then roll to one side. Use your arm as a pillow. And then press up. Press up to the seat. And maybe palms press in at our heart center. tucking our chin, feeling some energy from our seat through our crown, breathing that prana down into our seat and from our heart space. That light in me honors the light and breath and prana in you. Namaste. And we're going to have great days. Ah, enjoy.